Hello guys, Brian here, and this is the fifth part of my entire Jurassic World dinosaur toy collection. I know, that's a lot of parts, but the reason why there's a lot of them is because that I have a lot of Jurassic World dinosaur toys, and I don't think I can do every single Jurassic World dinosaur toy in only one part, because that would probably take an hour, and that would probably be way too long for you to watch. And let's just get started. Before I do that, I actually notice I'm gonna have to adjust the camera so you can see the dinosaurs. Oh, sorry, it's not taking. Oh gosh, sorry. Sorry. Using the camera is kind of difficult. But let's start with over here. The sound, I think it's Wild Roar Chronosaurus. Sound does not work a lot because this one is an older figure, so the batteries don't work on him as well as like the other ones. And this is the first dinosaur toy, Jurassic World dinosaur toy that I got in the Dino Trackers line. The first one. Alright, next one is one of the most unique ones, Savage Strike Adaphosaurus. A really cool looking one, pretty much somewhat related to Dimetrodon with the sail and the shape of the body. Also twisted tailed, and it just moves its head. Next up, gonna get a group of these. Because they're all the same. These are all of the Atrociraptors. These are some of the ones that have been released in the Dominion line. Might be all of them, but it might just be these four. So they all have names. So this is Panthera. This is Red. Ghost. And a Tiger. And I do have, I can see it. Okay, there it is. I do have the newer version of the Atrociraptor Tiger. This was released in the Chaos Theory line. This one was released in the Jurassic World Dominion line, along with these other four Atrociraptors. And there has been more that's been released on later lines, such as the Jurassic World Epic Evolution line and Chaos Theory line. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, let's move on. Next is one of my favorites. This is the Roar Strikers Pteranodon. It's a really cool looking one. I like the feature, and this one has movable wings that can go everywhere. It's like the smaller pterosaurs. Smaller pterosaurs. Let me see if I can get a small pterosaur. Show you. Alright, here it is. Here's a small pteranodon that was released in the Fallen Kingdom line. This is the battle damage one. And it's a pretty cool looking one. And it has this opening mouth and has the movable wings. In contrast to the ones that have movable wings, I have this Quetzalcoatlus from the Dominion line. Yes, his wings do kind of move, but it's not it's not articulation. It's actually part of the action feature. You might be saying that, well, there's these movable parts of the wings. Yes, that's true, and that's actually similar to this Pteranodon. But it's not articulation that moves the entire wing, entire wing. It's just moves a part of the wing, if you know what am I saying. But this is still a really cool figure. Obviously the little wing flapping, and on this there's a button right here. You can open its mouth. Seems pretty cool. Next is Miragaya. The one and only Miragaya has these really interesting looking spikes or plates, as well as these two spikes on the shoulders, and this is one of the ones that has a hinge at the jaws or mouth and the neck articulation. Next up is these two. Where's the other one? Okay, this is the battle damage Pyroraptor. Can move its arms and legs and open the mouth and battle damage over here. Let me try and find okay, guess I don't have the other Pyroraptor that was also released in Dominion line. Unless I already showed it to you on another dinosaur collection video on one of the other parts, which is pretty much possible, which means I can't really show it to you, but I might compare it, if that's alright. Sorry if I said something wrong, but what I was going to say, I have another Pyroraptor that I have. This one. This is the Dino Tracker's Danger Pack Pyroraptor. I'll use this one to compare with this one. Sculpt is pretty much the same. Colors are definitely different. Articulation is also different, and this one is the only one that has the action feature. Whereas this one is just a pretty cool composable Pyroraptor. Next up, my Jurassic World Dominion slashing Therizinosaurus. Still looks really cool. Batteries don't work on him too much, but it still works in articulation and also the action feature. The only thing that does not work for action feature is the sound, which I already said. And also since sound's not working, it's obvious that it's basically dying at this point. I got this one 3 years ago. Next one is Jurassic World Savage, I think so, Savage Strike Chillingosaurus, the one and only one. Kind of a hard name to pronounce, but still pretty cool. I think this is one of my favorite Stegosaurids. I love the colors on this one. I also like the little head articulation. Next up is the Alioramus. One of the two Alioramuses. This is the one that's basically an orange color. I do have a second one. Sorry, I must have activated one of the dinosaurs' action features, and that triggered the sound. Let's see. Alright. I got this red Alioramus. Which one do you prefer? I think I prefer the older one because it has a shine into it. If you can see, compared to the other one, this one has no shine. This one does have a shine on its head. I like the coloring better. Oops, I accidentally triggered the dinosaur sounds. Next up, another one of the aquatic reptiles. This, or I think it's aquatic reptiles. This is the Roar Strikers Leoplorodon. Probably one of my favorites out of the aquatic ones. Maybe apart from Chronosaurus or some of the other ones. I like this is very unique design. Sounds don't work much because it's breaking. The sound's dying. Sorry. Oh. Next up is a Dimetrodon. Just a Dimetrodon, basic Dimetrodon that can move in specific directions. All right, moving on. Scioplovinator, the Dominion line of Scioplovinator. I do have another one that was in the Dino Trackers line. I don't think I can get it, but let me try. Let me try and find the Dino Trackers Scioplovinator. Oh, there it is. Alright, this is the Dino Trackers Scioplovinator from the Dino Tracker line, and this is the Dominion line Scioplovinator. Which one do you prefer? In my opinion, I prefer this one. I like the colors on this one better than the other one. Still good though. Next up, these two. These are part of the Legacy Collection one. The Gallimimus and Dilophosaurus. And I also have two other ones that do the same feature. They're from different lines. Alright, here's the Dino Escape Savage Strike Dilophosaurus, which unfortunately is the action feature on this one is absolutely broken. As you can see, this frill right here is the only one that moves. This one does not move, probably because this one like the spring broke or something like that. But I do have another one over here, which works like expected, but the frill does get kind of stuck. This is the Dino Trackers Dilophosaurus, the nice black coloring. Cool. And I also have this green Gallimimus that is basically does the same action feature as this one. I don't really like moving the hands on this one because this one right here is very fragile. So I don't move this. So I don't really recommend moving the hands on like these Gallimimuses if it looks like it's starting to rip. If it's not, then I think it's okay for it to like move it. But if it's also this is actually pretty loose, kind of loose and not like very tight, I guess it's okay. Yeah, so the arms on the Gallimimus, like one of the arms on these type of Gallimimuses are pretty much very, just saying that one of the arms on these two Gallimimuses are very stiff, and the other one is kind of loose. But still, they're pretty cool figures. Next are these two Moros Intrepiduses. Which one you like better? I'd go with this blue one. I like this one better. But I think many of you might prefer the little crimson-like one with the red and also this little black color. Which one do you prefer? I already said which one I want. Next up are these Dominion line Velociraptors. Start with these two generic ones. This one was with a vehicle. And this one was in the Legacy Collection one. There's a little slash. Similar to the Dino Escape line Velociraptor over here. And also I have this blue and beta. Pretty interesting figures. Speaking of Velociraptors, I have some more. This Dino Trackers Velociraptor. I like the coloring on this one. I also have a lot of raptors from the Jurassic World Dino Escape line. Let's see if I can get them. Alright, there's a lot of them here. So, these raptors, this one's Charlie, this one is Echo, this one's Blue, and this one is Delta. These all came in basically a 4-pack, you include these raptors, and then I also have this blue Velociraptor that came with Sammy over here. This figure looks really good. good still. It does not look like it's very chipped. I also have some of the other Camp Cretaceous figures. I have Brooklyn and Darius over here. And I also have Kenji over here as well. I also have I also have another vehicle that I have. Oh gosh, something fell off, but this is the gyrosphere. As you can see, this is basically broken. The little hinge thing that connects the top and bottom part of the gyrosphere is completely broken, but it still works like a normal one. You can put a figure in here, and then you close it, and you can roll it around. Roll the gyrosphere. Alright, next is the Roar Strikers Ankylosaurus Bumpy. Nothing much to say, except that this is a pretty good figure. Next up are some Jurassic World dinosaur toys that are only unique from the very old Jurassic World line, such from Dino Rock, Fallen Kingdom, all the way to the Primal Attack ones.